Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So happy to have you here today. We are doing a Thrive grocery haul. I have so many good things to show you guys today. I cannot wait. We did a lot of new little purchases this time and that's my favorite. I feel like a lot of times I stick to just what we know because it's things the kids are watching a movie with their dad, but I feel like we just order the same things over and over again because it's what we like, it's what we know. But I get so excited when I get a grocery haul in and I have new products to try in it. So let's just jump right on into it. Let's start in the front here. So the first thing that I have here is this Thrive Organic Mild. Yeah, I got the mild salsa. I think we've also had the medium. Just for some reason, the flavors in this are so good. I could sit here and just eat the whole jar with a whole bag of chips. It would not be hard. But as I was ordering things, I was like, do we need salsa? Not really, but I'm gonna order it because the baby told me to. Can't stop what the baby wants, you know what I mean? Next thing we've got here is the Primal Palette Steak Seasoning. So actually, let me share about this one first. This is the Primal Palette Meat and Potato Seasoning. I've bought this one before, loved it. Well, for a long time, I've been waiting for Costco, at least my Costco, to come back with the Montreal steak seasoning. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's in like this big plastic, not jar, but like almost like a canister, I guess. You know how they do their massive spices, and I have not been able to find it for a long time. So I finally was like, you know what? We tried the meat and potatoes one, we really liked it. We're gonna try the steak seasoning, and I'm very excited to try this. I have not tried it before, so I can't tell you if we like it or not, but I do love this one, and I've heard great things about their other spices. They also have one called a breakfast blend that I'm super intrigued to try, but it has a little bit of cinnamon in it, so I'm not too sure on that one, but people say it tastes amazing. I might have to avoid that one just for the sake that I think Isla has a cinnamon, I'm not gonna say allergy, but I think sensitivity. Anytime that I've given her anything with cinnamon on it, in it, the edges of her mouth all the way around almost break out in hives and deep red. So I think her body is trying to say, I don't like cinnamon. So that's why I actually skipped that one this time. I was gonna try it, but we got these two to hang on to for now. The next things down in front here are these dandies. These are the vegan marshmallows. I don't know, we just really like them. They're very good, great in hot chocolate, and great in Rice Krispies. They do have a little bit of a different texture than regular marshmallows, like if you're talking about like the Jet Puff ones, you know what I'm talking about. But they are very good. We've been using these for years. Really, really like these. And I typically use, I wanna say 2 full bags in a batch of Rice Krispies because I don't use the classic Rice Krispies recipe. I wanna say it's like 4 to 6 cups of Rice Krispies. I can't remember that part exactly. And then it's a whole stick of butter, which is probably what makes it taste really good. And then 2 bags of marshmallows instead of 1. That way it's just a little bit creamier, a little bit more marshmallowy. Rice Krispie treats sound really good, so maybe I'll have to make some of those. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention about the Thrive Market haul that I'm about to do is that I actually have a link down in my description box. And if you click on my specific link, you don't need a code or anything to put in, but it's gonna give you a certain percentage off. This is literally the easiest app to use. It's perfect for anybody who has any kind of food allergies or just likes to eat a certain way, or maybe you just like to have cleaner products on hand. This is the app for you, and it is so user-friendly, so easy. Their customer service is great. If I ever get anything that's bad in my order, which has only been maybe once or twice, and it has been a fault of shipping, they replace it or refund me right away, no questions asked. It's been amazing. Moving on, because I think I'm just talking your ear off about all this stuff, but this is the Rosie dishwasher detergent. I've shared about this before. It actually used to be, so if you go back in my previous Thrive videos, their like Thrive Market brand changed to Rosie. This is now the Thrive Market brand. So if you see me talking about other dishwasher detergent, it's the same one. They just rebranded it with a different name. That's now like their home brand, kind of like Costco has Kirkland. We just really like it. It's cheap. It's like $4.99 a bag, I think, and it's clean, and it's worked really well. This is the powder one. I get it unscented, 75 loads per bag. I'm not 100% sure on that, but for $4.99 and it's clean, I'll take it. This is actually the Redmond Real Salt. Been using this for years as well. Can't remember why. I know I did some research on it way back when I was like, I'm still super into health stuff, but I've just kind of taken it into a back seat just a little bit because it was becoming all consuming to where I couldn't even enjoy like us going out to breakfast or us going out to dinner, like because all I was thinking about is what oil are they using, what salt, what, all the things that you learn about on Instagram that are just sometimes a little bit information overload. And I realized I need some balance in my life, but I had done some research a while back. For some reason, this is really good. But we use it and we really like it. And I just put it in this is called a salt pig. And you just put it in here. This is by Emile Henry from France. And I like it. I think it was like 30 bucks or something. I'll try and link it down below. It's a little bit of a splurge, but it was beyond worth it. The salt does not stick on the inside. It doesn't clump up. And you just reach in and grab a little pinch of salt. And I feel like it just makes me feel like I'm way more chefy than I actually am when I'm cooking. And I really enjoy it. Next up is this brown coconut sugar. It's been a long time since I've had coconut sugar in our pantry, but I thought it was time to just stock up on a little bit more. We try to use this in place of brown sugar when we can. It is quite a bit more expensive, not necessarily because it's the Thrive brand. The Thrive brand is always the cheapest one I can find on there, but it's just because coconut sugar is more expensive. But it has a lower glycemic index, so it's not gonna spike your blood sugar as high, but it still tastes the same. It's got a little bit of a different texture. It's just a little bit like coarser, but it's still good. It still tastes like sugar. The next thing I got were 2 bags of these freeze-dried organic strawberries. Someone please tell me why my kids can go through just so much fruit. It doesn't matter if it's freeze-dried or fresh or whatever, frozen, smoothies. My kids go through so much fruit. So these freeze-dried strawberries are so good. They love them. I bought 2 bags and they actually, when I just opened up this box, already went through one of them. So, now that there's 2 of them eating them, I should have just put it in bowls, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It's a great snack for them. They love it. Next up, I have our favorite pancake batter. I know you can make your own pancake batter. I can make them sourdough pancakes. There's a whole long list of things, but sometimes in the morning, I like to just pour out some pancake batter and mix it on up and throw it on the stove. And we do pancakes a lot of mornings because this batter makes it so much quicker for us. This is the gluten-free pancake mix by King Arthur Baking Company. It did used to be in a box, so if you see it on the Thrive app and it's in a box, it's the same thing, but I think they just repackaged it and put it into a bag, which I actually appreciate because now it's like resealable. I don't really like the boxes where you have to like roll it back down and then the flour gets everywhere all over the box. Anyway, I usually put chocolate chips in it. Sometimes I'll put some really finely diced apples in there and the kids seem to love that too. You could add some cinnamon too if your kids are not somewhat sensitive. Next thing that I got, and as I was pulling this box out of the bigger Thrive box, Logan goes, and he was so excited for this. So I just found these. I've never seen them before. They are the Good Crisp, which we eat the barbecue ones of these, little minis. They're a little 8-pack. I think they'd be perfect for lunch. Isla has already gotten in and taken one, but they're just a cute little mini size. Of course, you're gonna pay more for anything that is mini, but sometimes I find that with the big ones, they're just going through them too quickly. They're just sitting down and eating a whole thing, as we all have been known to do with chips, of course. And so I thought maybe these would be better to be portioned out, but also maybe great to keep a few in the car for like snacks. Because I'm always getting asked when we get in the car, that's like their first question is, what snack can I have? Next up, we have a few things for the bath. These are, I just grabbed 6 of them. They're Alafia Babies and Kids Shampoo and Body Wash. So we've used the everyday one of this as well, and I really like it, but Derek says that it makes his face itch. So something in it, something that they have in the everyday one that you'll see on the app is different than this. I'm not quite sure what it is, but he says that this is a lot softer and it doesn't make him itch. So we grabbed 6 of these. Do we need 6 of them at one time? No, but now I have a couple of bathrooms that it goes in, so I need at least 2 at a time, you know what I mean? So like kind of. I like to have soap stocked up because nothing's worse than getting in the shower, trying to bathe the kids and you're like, we're out of soap. I like to have some under the cabinets ready to go at all times. That's kind of how I live with my food pantry and all that kind of stuff. Trying to always stay one step ahead. But speaking of Alafia, we really like this brand. I've been using it probably at least for a year now, if not a little bit longer, but this is their bubble bath. We really like it. They have clean ingredients. Don't use bubble bath too often, but when we do, we really like this one. This is the lemon lavender. I wish they had unscented. I have yet to find that, but it's a nice big bottle for a good price. I grabbed 2 of them. Kids love the bubble bath, so It's all good. Next up, we have a bunch of pasta down here that you guys can see. This is our favorite pasta brand. We are gluten-free. I can't even say I'm strictly gluten-free anymore. I don't ever eat anything that just has gluten in it, but I have been making sourdough for about a year now. And I find that if I ferment it long enough, I do just fine with sourdough because the amount of gluten left in it is like 3% or less. So I do okay with that, but I don't do okay with any type of gluten products anywhere else. It has to be like my own homemade over fermented, basically sourdough. So sticking to pasta, we stick to a brown rice, organic brown rice pasta. I have tried the other brown rice pastas. There's another one called Tinkin Yada out there. I don't like the texture of that. The Jovial one is just by far and away so much better than everything else. I don't know how else to explain it other than that. I have talked about this probably too many times, but it's just so good. I add a bunch of salt to the water while I'm boiling it or before I pour the noodles in or whatever to make it really salty in the water, and they come out tasting amazing. The texture literally is just like regular noodles. So we like these. They bake up really good too. I haven't tried making them and freezing them like if you would in like a casserole, just because sometimes reheating gluten-free anything kind of goes a little funky. Sometimes it's too hard, sometimes it gets too mushy. So haven't tried that yet, but love all this stuff. They just did like 25% off on the Thrive app for gluten-free stuff. So I'm gonna go back and order a bunch more pasta. We go through a lot of pasta. Grab some more of those just for when baby gets here. I've been asked quite a bit how far along I am. I am 23 weeks right now as I'm filming this. Can you even see? And I'm due in May. So you guys can expect quite a few freezer meal videos coming up, nesting, decluttering, all that stuff is happening around here, and I'm filming it all for you. So with the noodles though, we grabbed the fusilli, which my kids call squiggle noodles. That's fusilli too. We grabbed a bunch of the penne because that's my favorite because I love when the sauce gets stuck in there. And then some farfalle as well, which I have really enjoyed that one. And then the last thing that I'm seeing in this is this Daya Deluxe Cheddar Cheese Sauce. So with this stuff, it's pretty much what you would expect. It tastes kind of like Cheese Whiz or kind of like the cheese that used to come with the frozen broccoli. Do you know what I'm talking about? With like the Green Giant stuff. And actually that's what we've used it on. We used it on broccoli the other day when I made baked potatoes with bacon, and we did like loaded baked potatoes, and we used this on it. And then the other thing that we've been using it is I made sourdough homemade pretzels, like soft pretzels. And Derek loves those for a snack to dip with this cheese. So it's completely milk-free cheese, vegan cheese, which means I can eat it. And yeah, we really liked it. I think you could also really use this for mac and cheese and it would be fine. I forgot that they were sending a few items in a different shipment. I wonder if it's because they have different warehouses around and so they send it from wherever it's in stock. I'm not really sure, but this was from the same order. Primal Kitchen Ranch. Kids love this stuff. It's great ingredients on the back there, but it does contain eggs, so just be aware of that. But it's gluten and dairy free, which is fabulous. These hippies, I have not been able to find them at our Costco lately, and Isla loves them. I grabbed just a small bag of that. I'm hoping on my next Costco trip they'll be back. 2 of these Outback barbecue potato chips, and because everything gluten-free, not everything, but quite a good list of gluten-free things just went on sale, I'm gonna go back and order more of these because Derek likes to snack on these while he is working. And I have a little one playing trains below me. These fruit snacks are my kids' favorites. They love them. Isla can eat like 3 packs in a day if I let her. I don't, but she always asks for them as a snack. So I kind of put them up a little bit higher, but they're gluten-free, non-GMO, organic. So the great part about something like this being organic is it means that it has no dyes in it, like no artificial dyes, right? So no red 40, things like that. All of the dyes in here are coming from colored with organic concentrate from apple, carrot, pumpkin, and blackcurrant. Are they the best for you? No, no fruit snacks are, but they're fun. And then we also grabbed this Primal Kitchen queso style dip. I have not tried this one, but we've loved a lot of other Primal Kitchen stuff. I haven't retried their Alfredo sauce. I didn't love that, but all of their dressings I really love. It's the same brand as this ranch right here. But I'm hoping this one will be good for all my nachos because I really don't like vegan cheese, like that plasticky, melty stuff. I really, really just don't like it. I don't know if it's because I'm pregnant and it's like an aversion towards it, because usually I don't mind just a little bit of it, but even just a little bit of it right now is like making me gag. So we'll try this. I'm hoping it's really good. Now I want nachos tonight though. But
The other queso that we really like as well is from Good Foods, but is not shelf stable. It has to be in the fridge. But Good Foods has really good queso and spicy white queso.
And I think that is it. So thank you guys so much for joining me for my Thrive Market haul today. We will see you next time.